Satu, dua, tiga, action. What is up guys, Fahan here with Za once again, and we are back at Fahmoto with the man himself, Fahmi. How are you, man?
What's up guys?
It's been a while.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah,
One week already I never come.
So today we're going to share about like bike fluid, you know, like motorbike. Macam human lah, got fluid also lah.
Yeah.
Like for human, they got mucus, they got blood, we got urine. And bike also have the same thing lah. So today we're gonna talk about bike fluids and what fluids does a motorcycle have, you know.
Okay, talk about Za's bike. Okay, they will have from fork oil to brake fluid, engine oil. If it's a scooter, they will have a gear oil, shaft oil. Okay, and
Shaft oil for shaft bikes only lah.
Shaft bikes
like
lah.
those BMW GSA.
And of course, if you have a radiator, yeah, coolant also is a part of the bike fluids also.
How often do we need to, check and replace the fluid?
Okay, so we talk about engine oil first. Engine oil, you can follow your mileage. I think we also covered that in the past videos also. Where you need to follow either the recommended mileage or monthly or by time. For coolant, right, I usually recommend our customers to change it every yearly or every 10,000 km. Or when the bikes get hot frequent, that's the point where you need to do a coolant flush lah for your motorcycle. Okay, and like for brake fluid, when you change to a new brake pad, I always practice for my customer to do a brake bleeding also, where you can change to a new fluid, old fluid goes out, new fluid goes in. Okay, and for fork,
I always overlook about it.
yeah, true. Most of the people, right, they forget about their forks, but they remember about their suspension. Suspension they remember, the fork they forget. Okay, your fork is actually very, very important. You need to service your fork. If not, your fork will be leaking, and then what happen next, right? When you go through a bump, your fork will get stuck. Let's say you go down, it never rebound back. Okay, you just go down and stuck down there. Then you must pull up your fork manually. So that means that, and it's expensive to change your fork if let's say your fork is damaged. Yeah, it's one of the most expensive parts also. Example, if it's a Olin, it can cost up to $3,000, $4,000. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but of course, like a normal 2B bike, it's not that cheap also. It can go up to $1,000 because I have experience where, example, R15 V3, right? One side can cost maybe around $800 to $900. Yeah, for just one side alone.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's very expensive, but a lot of people overlook. So for fork servicing, I usually recommend them to actually service once a year, so they just don't forget their fork need to be taken care also.
So just now you tell us, like if they never change for long periods of time, you can get what?
Yeah, yeah. I think if you service your fork before, definitely you will experience this. For example, you buy a second-hand bike, and the bike been used for example 10 years back. And
never change the fork oil.
The fork oil. So once you open, wow. That one I tell you, Geylang market also cannot
Smell like what actually?
Dead fish, I can say. Something, some people fart, they fart very smelly one. Only for a while, right? This one, for the whole time you service the fork, is that kind of smell. Whoa. Yeah, so it's kind of disgusting.
God, I didn't know that mechanics wash toilets as well. Okay, so next is for premium bikes, usually for FJR, BMW GSA, they will have shaft, right? And so they use shaft oil.
Yes, definitely. Every oil, right, you must drain out and put in new fluids into the bike. So again, for shaft oil, always check your manual because they have a certain mileage or certain few thousand kilometers for you to actually drain out the shaft oil and put in new shaft oil inside.
For scooters, the gear oil, how frequent do you change it?
Okay, for those who don't know, scooters, they have engine oil and they have gear oil. In Fahmoto, right, we always recommend our customer to change their gear oil interval. So this servicing you change, the next servicing you don't need to change. Then the next servicing, following servicing, you change your gear oil again. So these are some of the tips that you can do. You don't need to keep on changing your gear oil. But again, check your owner's manual also.
And finally, coolant. I think bikes with radiator usually have this, and I think this is mostly overlooked, myself included. I don't know how long I never changed the coolant on Emelina. So what's your recommendation about coolant?
Okay, coolant also is really, really important. Example, if I ride a CBR 1000, so if you don't change your coolant, your bike will get very, very hot. Okay, It can goes up to 100, 110, 112 degrees Celsius. So you can cook one egg, from the
serious,
water temperature alone. So it's a
Alamak.
boiling water lah. So if you've seen like TikTok videos or YouTube videos before, I usually see the Americans they rev their bike, right, until their hose exploded.
And then the coolant just leaked, right?
Yeah, coolant just
Exploded.
Imagine 100 degrees, right, splashing on your leg while you are riding. Wow, that is painful. No. So Zah, I'm trying to scare you, so you change your coolant. Fahan. I'm trying to scare Fahan, so he will change his coolant.
Of course, I need to come to Fahmoto lah.
Okay, so talking about coolant, there's two kind of school of thoughts. One is using designated coolant, and one is using water. What is your opinion of that?
Always use the recommended coolant. You can use whatever brand, pre-mix coolant, or you can mix on your own. But sometimes when I was a young rider also, right, got some pakcik also tell me, so put water only lah, can one lah. But when I get wiser and older, of course I realize that it's not recommended to put water. Because I have one customer, he came down, when we opened his radiator, all rusted. Even 1 Super 4, the whole coolant system was rusted. From the hose to the radiator to the water pump, everything is rusty. Because why? Of course lah, metal and water will have corrosion. Makes sense, right? But sometimes you can put water, but distilled water. It will help with the.
Yeah, because
don't just use your. You take from your house, kitchen, you tap water, they put in. So you must use distilled water. Yeah, but of course, to make your job or your life easier, just use a 50-50 coolant. 50% water, 50% coolant. Yeah, you can get that from over the shelf anywhere in Singapore.
Oh, I see. So which means you can that coolant mix you put with water, then you can just put inside is it?
Yeah, but example like liquid moly, right? They have their pre-mixed coolant already. So you don't need to mix anything. So you just open, ready to use already. Yeah. So like in Fahmoto, we also use liquid moly's RAF 12 Plus, if I'm not wrong, the brand for our coolants for our customers.
Brake fluids.
Yeah.
You know, the brake reservoir here, there's a glass here to show us what is
It's
the
called
level.
a viewing glass.
What is the level that we need to maintain whenever it goes down? We need to top up, or we don't overfill the.
Alright, so most of the bikes, right, there's a viewing glass for you to view the level of the brake fluid itself. But if like in Zah's case, right, you can see here there's fluid. Okay, but how to know, is it too little or too much? If it's too little, if you see at the brake pump itself, there's this indication called lower. So when your bike must be at a level position, you cannot put it on side stand. So if you put it on side stand, makes sense, you get a slanted bike. So at a level position, straighten your handlebar and see if the fluid is at the lower mark, means it's at the bottom level, the most bottom level. If it goes under lower, means you need to bleed your brake system and top up the necessary amount. But if it's overflow, means of course when you close the cap itself, it will start to split out. Okay, so when you top up, just top up lower. You see this marking lower, just above, slightly lower only. Okay, so from the viewing glass, right, don't full until you cannot see. Like for your one, you can see, right? Don't until you cannot see the brake fluid level. Just above a bit, that's good enough.
Okay. So if you actually overfill the brake reservoir, does it will it cause any
then
damage?
you will jam your brake. Because imagine there's too much pressure, right? Then you want to press your brake, it will be very hard. It will be too stiff really. And it's also not a good one. Imagine you are riding at 120 and need to jam brake, then you cannot jam brake and jalan lah.
Okay, Fahmi, thank you so much for sharing the fluids and the recommendation to change them out to basically replenish or change them up And it's really been eye-opening, especially for me.
Of course, it's very important to take care of your bikes. Okay, don't neglect your bike Make sure the fluids, like Zah said earlier in the video, is like your blood. If your blood is dirty, you have a lot of problem. You have a lot of diseases. Same thing also with your bike. If the fluid is dirty, they have a lot of problem. When the problem comes, then your pocket also got problem.
Yeah, that's why. So don't until the problem come. Yes, just do some preventive maintenance lah.
Some people tell me, no, if it's not broken, don't fix it. This is not recommended.
No, it's wrong. They want all pachi advice lah.
This one, never spoil, don't do it lah. Just let it be lah. No lah, you must do your preventive maintenance. That's why it calls preventive, so that you prevent everything. Before it spoil, especially the brake fluid, before it's like drain out or what, then you make sure you properly maintain your fluids, all this. Just like washing your bike, same thing, fluid also is important.
I think it's something that we overlook, especially the fork oil, brake fluid. I think for the scooter riders, the gear oil, I think.
The gear oil, the gear oil also. But of course, gear oil is also it's just like engine oil lah. To make sure that the gear is lubricated also.
That's it for the vlog. Any riders want to review the bike, to get in touch with us on our social media pages below.
Like and share this video with your riding kakis, and don't forget to subscribe. If you see us on the road, just say hi.
And also you can come to Fahmoto to do your servicing or bike maintenance. What else you provide service?
Okay, we provide from accident claim, from towing, basically all under one roof. From overhaul your bike. If you are not sure, right, what's the condition or the problems with your bike, you can actually just drop by to our workshop. We are located at Synergy at Kaki Bukit, 05-31. Come over. We always welcome our riders to come over because we do a free consultation for them. So let's say you don't know, Azhar, I just come, I will do a free consultation for you. No gimmick one.
It's a doctor,
I won't, bro.
You see, you come doctor, you pay $70, no? Consultation only. No medicine.
Someone, they will force you whatever shit. For us, we don't do that. If you want to do, we will consult you, we will do the checks for you. Then we will tell you what's the issue. If you want to do it, you're always welcome. But if you don't want to do it, also no problem.
No obligation,
okay. No obligation. It's okay with us. So we don't practice push selling. We don't push people.
Hi guys, thank you for staying till the end of the video. To all the viewers out there, Tamba Overlanders and Fahmoto would like to give you guys a special promo code. Just code TAMBA15 to enjoy 15% discount off your total bill, capped at $20. Enjoy!
Okay lah, Fahmi. Thanks so much for sharing. And that's it for the vlog. We will see you in the next one.
Yo.
Okay, finally.
Give me all of your life.